Chapter 5, Standards Reference Reporting by Kristen R. Herring for ED/LD 5483, Curriculum Development, under Dr. Kimberly Wilkerson. The Level 4 indicators help leaders and teachers to answer the question, what changes to our systems and structures are needed for the good of each student? 4.1 says that SMART goals aimed at increased achievement are established for each student. Level 4.2, collaborative teams study each student's data and follow a student to the mastery of their goals. This should allow us to answer these two very important questions. How will we know if students are learning? And how will we respond when the students do not learn? 4.1, SMART goals for each student. We should answer these two questions in regards to creating these SMART goals for each student. To begin with, what is the student's current reality? And what progress has the student made since the beginning of monitoring? Marzano et al. 2018. The use of proficiency scales. Proficiency scales allow students, teachers, and parents to see what a student should know, what a student actually knows, and the progress that the student is making on each unit, on each scale, on what the teacher has created. This can be used for tracking and celebrating progress, and students are able to evaluate themselves on the scale, which allows them to take ownership of what they're learning. This is simply done by allowing them to work with the teacher to place a marker where they currently think they are, and then defend where they think they are, and continue to defend their learning and their progress as that marker is moved to completion of that particular standard. Marzano et al. 2018. 4.1, SMART goals for each student. The lagging indicators include all teachers working together to create written goals for all students based on testing results. The goals should be aligned to the proficiency scales and mark the beginning point and continued progress of each student. Each student's conferences should be led by the student and center around the student's goals on the scales and their successes. Quick data and continuous improvement. Students can and should be able to state where they are in regards to the goals. Students track their own data and they can refer to it when needed. These setting these SMART goals and allowing students to claim their own progress and defend it allow parents to see the progress, and they claim that they are able to follow the child's progress better. Marzano et al. 2018. Indicator 4.2, let the data do the talking. This involves monitoring the goals that have been created for each student. The teacher should track continual data of each student on a day-to-day basis through teacher assessments. Students should then update their personal progress on the proficiency scale and take ownership of their work and the progress they've made. This progress should lead to celebrations. Marzano et al. 2018. Continuing with letting the data do the talking, the lagging indicators. This means all hands on deck. Everyone involved in that child's education should help set those goals and progress monitor. Teachers should continually collaborate as a team about the progress that they've seen their students making and use many forms of assessments to check for progress. There should be data talks often, and data walls should be created so that the progress can be seen. A system for continual data analysis should be created. Quick data and continuous improvement. Data walls mark students' progress and allows for continual movement for each student. Marzano et al. 2018. Leader accountability. 4.1 SMART goals. Educational leaders in a building should use proficiency scales to track the effectiveness of programs and strategies and remove whatever is not working so that students are able to achieve. This would involve them looking at each program in place and making sure that they are using their finances in a way that supports achievement. Educational leaders ensure time is available for the goals to be set and monitored by the faculty of the school. 4.2 Data and proficiency. Shifting the school's focus on daily teacher assessments. Many times these state tests are periodically done and they're not often, and so it's hard to tell if students are actually progressing. And so it's important that teachers have assessments that they can use to monitor the students' progress, and it also allows the students to see the progress that they're making. Creating systems that ensure individual student data can be monitored, discussed, and tracked for proficiency is important for the educational leaders to do when they are planning schedules of teachers. Marzano et al. 2018. So 2 standards aligned to Indicator 4. PSEL standard alignment includes Standard 4, administrators ensuring that the curriculum, instruction, and assessment increases student achievement for all. This aligns in 2 ways. One, because logical assessments are used and the progress of each student is monitored. And that is done often so that if students are not achieving, interventions can be put into place. Standard 10, administrators ensure academic success of all students by making continual improvements. This is done through monitoring effectiveness of the systems, structures, resources, and strategies that everyone is using. This is done when collaboration efforts are made by all, and the administrator is ensuring that there is collaboration time given and that there is time for goal setting, and that teachers are making sure that students have these SMART goals in place. Marzano et al. 2018.